Discover Atari. And discover how far you can go.
We decided to show you what we do to get these machines completely gone over. Wallace is running the camera. I'm going to show you how awful this tubing is before we start. This was in an arcade many years ago, and we bought it and filed it away. Wallace, come over and I'll show you. Get a little closer. You can see the corners are all damaged. We're going to have to do Bondo here. Apparently, whoever it was last, it was a quarter to play. But I want you to look at the sides here, Wallace. You can see how dirty it is on the back. All right, come around to the back too. Apparently somebody needed the TV chassis out of the monitor. This takes those medium resolution monitors. So we're going to have to get this going. We have to change the power supply and the other things in this here. The good news is it still has the instruction card. It's a hair dirty, but it's still there. And this is basically part one before we start doing our magic on it. The coin door somehow got bent too. It's not closing right. But this is a good way of showing you how we're going to go over these from top to bottom and to make it beautiful again. Cleanup process on this machine. Now you got to first wipe off all the grime. And I'll bet that bucket's full of dirty water, isn't it, Wallace? That is the air hose. Somebody is cleaning a ramp. That's what that messy noise is. We got the control panel off. I'm going to start by cleaning the blue cardboard because we can't get that blue cardboard anymore. It's no longer made. So we're going to try to refresh it. The monitor doesn't have any burn-in though, so we'll be able to use that original tube. Alright, we're going to have to change some of the buttons. And we're going to touch up the control panel overlay since we can't get that anywhere. But we're off to a good start. Wallace has now finished the T-molding, the blue T-molding. And of course we haven't started the side art yet. And painted it the right blue color as we continue. The cleanup has gone very well on the front. That may not need to be repainted. We're still going to assess that. Okay, Wallace has now scrubbed and cleaned both sides, and he's also painted the top area here black. And there's no plug on the end yet, so I think we'll start. The cord is all damaged. Wallace has put a new cord on it, and as you can see, we have the game on its side. The first thing you have to do with these is do new casters. If you'll look, the original casters have worn so much that the bottom came through, and you can actually see the spike of the new one. So we'll start by putting new ones on the game, so when it's delivered to somebody's house, it's not going to rip the carpet up. Go ahead.
Got the T-molding all around on the bottom, and I painted the black along the side there. I'm getting ready to put the T-molding around here with this here.
Good. Now we have this top part loosened up here. Let's see what's going on here. You can see this makes the ripple effect, this neat piece of plastic, and we have the animators here, but it looks like it's unplugged, which is never a good sign. So this flap here keeps the bulbs from going up, so we probably have some issues. Bottom light on, but the tube's almost out, and the top light's probably a tube, plus it's not spinning. So we obviously have some motor issues here. So we'll have to take this whole affair out and see what's going on. Out, but motor's spinning. Well, I see the motor spinning, but it ain't turning the dial. So we have a stripped gears in there. So our motor is good, but that's not a good sign. Oh well. Anyway, we're going to see what we can do and get that fixed.
Tubing cabinet. do a lot of extensive work up here in this corner. Stickers all cut out. I'm gonna have to try to recreate this. Let's see.
Get him painted. How about the other side?
The other side's not too bad.
Good. Good.
Some minor touch-up.
Good. This is a row animator motor that fits in perfectly into the unit. It'll match up on all the holes, except you have to cut the shaft down just a little bit. You can still buy these motors brand new from any distributor that does row jukeboxes. They still sell these. Betson is a perfect choice, and they're about $35, $38, and you get your tubing running perfectly again. Hey, we continue on this with new blue T-molding. This game's going to look terrific when we're done. Stephen has finished the artwork. He's been all repainted to bring it back to its original glory.
It's out there. But
This is the original T-molding that we're replacing. And when we repainted the white panels here, after the Bondo, we have to change that. We have our master box in the front. Well, it is done. Didn't think we'd finish it. But it's really nice. It turned out as good as it's ever going to. It's our last tubing. You know, I went through our paperwork. This is our third tubing that we've sold. And we actually threw out 4 because there were board problems, monitor problems, camera problems. It gets to a point, and it's not I always like the game, but it's not a high-end demand game. But it is fun for 1 or 2 people to play, and it has that terrific-looking medium-res monitor. See how sharp that picture is? Just beautiful. And it's looking good. The cabinet's been touched up and repainted on the sides. We filled in those holes. They had big holes in it. Well, back here, Frank, let's just show you. It's got the 7000 medium res in there that we have all new caps on the chassis. New power supply in the bottom. We also have reflowed solder on all these connectors and on the amplifier board and soundboard. That's a combo amp sound. Huge, huge board. Looks like we're ready here. This was the last game that Atari made with the medium res monitor. That was it. I mean, and they kind of went out with a bang. God, Frank, I don't even know if I can play this. I don't think. Anyway, we paddle forward. Yeah, I would do that. You have to pick up the cans, and of course, you have to try to paddle through, make all the points, and you have to avoid the bad things. Pretty good. You know, it reminds me a little of Granny and the Gators. Do you remember that game where you had to hit the buttons and stuff? You don't remember that, but I do. Oh, see, I ran into that. Yeah. I think we should try to avoid this guy. Can I squeeze inside that? Can I? I don't know if I can. Oh boy, you get stuck there, see? Hey, you gotta try playing one of these games one day, guys. If you ever see a tubing. Well, we really made it down that one. Oh, you have back buttons. I should mention that. You can go backwards if you get stuck someplace. Cute cartoon stuff. Oh, wait. Is that treasure? Is that what it looks like, Frank, to you? No, I can't. It's too late. Yeah. Just like Marble Madness, once you pass a certain point, the other guy, you're done. Oh, there's a case of beer. Uh-oh. Anyway, look at the side art. Do you remember? Remember it was all, he's repainted that. Stephen did a really nice job on this. This has been repainted up here, look. The orange and the green and the black. He did a terrific job bringing this back to life. Anyway, we think our customer will be happy when we get this on its way to Utah. And that finishes it for tonight.
Have you played Atari today?
We're in the yellow pages under amusements.
Living is good, isn't it, folks? That's all for now. Good night.